General Kuribayashi, who led that task force, Lieutenant General, who, by the way, had spent some time in Washington as an attaché, also Ottawa, Canada, as a military attaché, understood the United States, spoke very good English. He understood that he was out there and probably wasn't going to make it back from this mission. And his commander's intent was, we're going to make it as tough as possible for a U.S. force to come on this island and even take 1 yard of ground. And his guidance was, for every one of us on the island, we're going to take down 10 Americans. That was basically his commander's intent. And they had looked at Saipan and Tinian. They looked at our landings before. What also happened in June 1944 was the Normandy landing. So they had studied the Normandy landing and figured out, you know, if you attack and give away your gun positions while people are coming ashore, they can zero that naval gunfire on you and their fire support. What we'll do is we'll let them come up all the way up close and get right in, eyeball range, and then we'll open fire. And that way it'll negate some of their fire support, because when you try to have battleships, it's not a precision weapon. You fire those battleships and you drop bombs from the air. If you are tight up against the enemy, that becomes very difficult, and you run the risk of killing your own people. And so Kuribayashi, he understood this, and he understood American tactics, and so he had a mission, and he went about it with great effort and veracity. What's the significance here? 36 days. You had basically a piece of land a third of the size of Manhattan. To me, it's not measurable to any other battle that has ever taken place since. And 1/3 of all the Marine casualties in World War II occurred on Iwo Jima. With 23rd Marine Regiment, Colonel Wensinger landed about 3,400 Marines. 66% of them became casualties. And with some units, it was higher. Some units, when units got a break and they went into the reserve, they got off the front line, and that meant that instead of mortars and artillery and direct fire rifles and machine guns shooting at them, they could go back a couple hundred yards and have only mortars and artillery shooting at them. You had wounded Marines on the beach that were still being fired at because General Kuribayashi had planned this out. It was, the entire island was a kill zone. Everything had been spotted with mortars and artillery. And so systemically, we had to go through and take out those positions. We look at Iwo Jima and we reflect on this. What does that mean to our future? Well, one of the things is we know that the nature of warfare has changed. We're not fighting nation states the way we used to, although we could. And the fact that the Koreans just kind of canceled the armistice from 1953, that's a concern, because that's a nation-on-nation potential type of fight that nobody hopes happens. There's also Iran and other things, so that's out there. But mainly we fight among the people instead of against another people. So the days of going into somebody's capital and taking it down and planting the flag and saying we're done, those are long gone. And so we're fighting a much more complex fight. So amphibious operations are a lot different now. As we load up, we don't really know where we're going or what we're going to fight. So what do we bring and how do we pack it? Those are the kinds of things that we sort out on a regular basis. We are thinking about that World War II generation and really that defined our Marine Corps every single day, wherever you go.